will say Harvard, MIT, Cambridge, you know, they may have gone there, they may have gone near there, they may have not gone there. Yeah. Or they may have got someone to buy it for them, or it may even be a spurious mug printed in Jumritalaya with the MIT and Harvard. But these also I see in many places, okay, which also conveys something about the person.
The box is there, sir. You can. So you both have to open it simultaneously. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The first one is this white box. The white box. White box. Yeah. So what does it say, Shiv? You can take a mic. There's one more mic there.
So this says Har Har Harish.
Har Har Harish. Wow. What does it say, Shiv? Har Har Shiv Shiva. And what memory does it bring to you, especially while I'm referring to the page 49, which says your office spills the beans. There's a lot of things that your office cubicle represent. So I would ask Shiv to speak about those experiences first, and then definitely we'll come to Harish after you have said it. Okay, okay, perfect.
No. So that's a good point to start, because both, before I describe that story to you, I just want to say that both Shiv and I, many years ago, competed in the same space of mugs, because both of us were selling tea. He was selling tea for Lipton and Brook Bond out of the Chennai. He was the head of the Chennai office, and I was trying to sell Tata tea and Chakra Gold tea out of our Bangalore office. And all tea is drunk in these mugs. So the story is actually about tea and coffee mug, Shiv. And when this book was written, I sent the first manuscript to Shiv, because I knew this is the kind of subject that would interest him. And I said, can you give me a small quotation for the book? And he read it, and within a couple of days, he responded on email with a beautiful quotation which is on the front cover of this book. So all I want to say is, if you look at your offices, and if you look at all the mugs which are in your offices, I don't know what mugs you will recall and what kind of mugs you use, but I've seen many people use different kinds of mugs in offices. There are people who will have mugs which remind them of their Goa holiday, of their Austria holiday. Have you seen those kind of mugs, with Germany written on them? I've got one with Germany written on it, which is there, right? And whenever I want to show people that I've gone to Germany, मैं वो mug से पीता हूँ. No, it's nice, no? You have to tell people, नहीं तो Germany जाके क्या फ़ायदा if you don't tell people that you've gone. So I use that mug. Then there are people who have mugs with entire extended families photographs. I've been to a wedding and come back. Yeah, in-laws photographs I have not seen. हो सकते हैं, पता नहीं. If any of you have, you should tell me. On a mug. इनके पास है. So ये हो सकता है. Then there is a set of people who have got mugs which will say Harvard, MIT, Cambridge. They may have gone there, they may have gone near there, they may have not gone there. Yeah. Or they may have got someone to buy it for them, or it may even be a spurious mug printed in Jumritalaya with the MIT and Harvard. But these also I see in many places, okay, which also conveys something about the person. Then there are people who will only have bone china mugs, they want to really sip tea in the right royal Darjeeling British way. So this entire story, I don't want to spill all the beans, but I'm actually, in this story, what I'm saying is, if you look at the mugs that people use to drink their tea and coffee, all of us drink tea and coffee in office, they tell you something about the person. And there is a lot of psychology hidden in these mugs, not just tea or coffee. That's what I want to say, Shiv. I'd like to hear you on the subject.
What mugs do you?
Hi. Yeah. So, I personally believe in the last 15 years, every company produces mugs, every company produces t-shirts, every company produces pens and pencils, and all of them are lying around. Nobody has any emotional attachment to them. They just hang around. It's a waste of money. That's the first thing I want to say. Second is, all the mugs in my office. I want to relate to a closed office vis-a-vis an open office. All the mugs in my closed office would always have all my pens in it. Okay, one mug would have 6 pencils, one mug would have a bunch of pens, etc. And my wonderful assistant, either Monica or whoever it was, would stock them up every day to ensure that I had that. I never drank any tea or coffee out of the mug out of my this thing. Always the tea boy or whoever we went out, we got that. Why do I talk about open office and closed office? You know, people talk about open offices today. In 2010, Nokia went into open office. So I went to meet my CEO, Oli Pekka, and Poonam is here, she'll watch for that story. I went to meet Oli Pekka, you're sitting outside. I said, no, Opika, why are you sitting outside? He says, see, we started this open office culture. This is terrible. Doesn't work. So I said, how are we going to discuss? I used to have one page with him. He said, let's go. So every CEO and every director of Nokia used to have a meeting room attached so that they would sit in the open office and then go into the meeting room and then they would have their conversation with you. So when we actually went into an open office in Nokia here, Poonam and all the people there, they said, Shiv, please have your own cabin. We don't want to listen to the conversation between you and your people outside because it's pretty this thing. So this concept of open office just hasn't worked anywhere in my book because conversations are conversation. The second is when you have open offices, very few people are able to put memorabilia on the table. Very few people. They don't want to put their pictures because tomorrow they don't know whether it's their place or somebody else's place. Okay, they don't want to put marks, they don't want to put pens, nothing. So the open office has actually taken away the personal memorabilia from office in many an organization. That's my learning and my story for you.
So this mugs thing, the best one I found, Shiv, was I don't know why this person was so unhappy with the HR department, but he had a mug saying, "I love the HR department." Right. This is the best mug that I've seen in my career. But those are the kind of stories that I narrate in this book. I mean, you may say that mugs have nothing to do with business strategy and success and all that, but mugs are a part of every office. So the 50 stories in this book are about things like mugs. So they're very light-hearted, but they have a message behind them.